Mammals, National Geographic. Who's seen National Geographic? This is where my ADHD comes in its own. It's like, fucking squirrel. Okay, squirrels are on National Geographic, but they're not as mammalian as a zebra. So we'll talk about zebras for a second. Okay, zebras, what is their number one job to do as a mammal in a herd? Conform. That's what mammals do. Then one of their number one jobs in a herd is to conform to the behaviors of the herd. What determine the behaviors of the herd? The herd leader or the pack leader. The pack leader determines the hierarchy of behaviors that are acceptable and unacceptable, and will dish out down the chain either through bites, snorts, or kicks, okay, or chasings, what is considered appropriate, and licks and nudges and what is considered appropriate. And all the herd adapts and evolves to know what the leader likes and what the leader dislikes. And then as soon as fucking little Stripey starts displaying the wrong behavior, what does the herd do, even if it's in the leader's absence? They come over and they start biting Stripey on the ass. But Stripey's like, no, I want to be original, man. I want to be original. So they start kicking Stripey. And so little old Stripey's like getting all beat up. He's getting bit in the ass. He's going, guys, I just want to be different. Can't I just be accepted? And ultimately they go, no, you can't be. Fuck off. And so Stripey gets, what's it, not emancipated, evacuated, evicted? I don't know. He gets kicked out of the herd, right? My thesaurus is broken. He gets kicked out of the herd, but now what does Stripey become? Vulnerable. And so Stripey is now going to be most likely ending up on the Pride just down the roads, dinner list for the next 16 to 18 hours, because Stripey can no longer have those around him to help, deflect and distract. Okay, that's just how it goes for Stripey. Now, we're mammals. Our primal nature is to stay within the herd because we are afraid that if we get kicked out of the herd, that we're going to be vulnerable. That's why so many people don't sell, because they fear rejection. That's why so many people fear public speaking more than death. Why? Because they're afraid of mass rejection if I look stupid. But we're not Stripey. And this isn't fucking National Geographic. Although it feels like it at the moment, doesn't it? Okay, this is not National Geographic. You are not Stripey. And here's the beautiful thing. If you don't like the herd that you're in, guess what you can do? You can find another herd. Okay, a herd whereby the behaviors that you demonstrated are not only not rejected, they're expected. Okay, because the reality is a lot of you right now are sitting in blueprints with other herd members who share your blueprints, and anytime you try and reshape your blueprint, you try and change your blueprint in some way, and you start demonstrating your behavior, they go, hey, whoa, what do you mean you're going to a fucking seminar? No, that sounds like a fucking scam, man. That's a scam. Oh, he's on social media. Oh, it's definitely a scam, man. What are you working so hard for? Don't you love me anymore? Why are you spending so much time working when you should be with me? Don't you love us? What is this? And we start hearing all this shit, which is nothing more than what we call a correction. It's a bite on the ass. It's a bite, a nug on the ear. It's a kick. Feathers, bricks, and trucks, right? Sometimes it starts with a, okay, why do you do that? And then it starts with a brick. And pull you on the ear, and then it hits with a truck. Well, if you don't stop doing that, then you can get out. Now that can be pretty confronting at the pointy end of that spear. But here's what we know. Okay, there are so many herds around there, but you've got to ask yourself the question, do you run with the herd that is going to get you where you want to go? Because here's what we know. You can't outrun your herd, guys. It just doesn't happen. You can do all the fucking personal development work in the world, which a lot of people do, and then they go, you know what? I can save my herd. And they go trotting back into their herd, and they go, everybody, jump on. I'll save you. I went to a seminar. I'm now conscious. Jump on. And you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. And then they'll go, well, you won't bring us with you, but we'll crush you by the weight of our expectations for you to change us. And then as a result, what happens? It now becomes about you, not about them. I'll save you. No, I can't save you. You can save you. I can show you the tools. I can show you the practices, give you the processes. I can't save you. I can't wipe your butt. I could, but I'm not going to. Okay, because you'll end up pretty disempowered, right? You've got to do this for yourself. But if you're demonstrating entrepreneurial behaviors, if you're demonstrating performance-related behaviors, and you're in a herd that is not used to that behavioral dynamic, they will pick, they will pull, they will poke, they will prod, they will nudge until you stop. And if you don't stop, then you'll probably see an escalation in some forms of conflict or resentment. Now, your choices are, you can stay there, and you'll be like this. You'll be like, just popping your head out every now and then, just getting out a little bit every now and then, little bit every now and then. Or you can go, you know what, I love this herd, and I'm always going to love this herd. And this herd has supported me and loved me for my entire life, and I will never, never be able to take them away from that. But you know what I'm going to do? I've noticed that there's another herd over there. They run, man. They're quite vascular. They run really fast. I'm going to go and spend some time with that herd. I'll be back, but I'm going to go and spend some time with that herd. And then you start to come back and you go, oof, I don't feel as welcome or as comfortable as I once was. I still love you all, but I'm actually going to spend more time in this herd. And then before you know it, you're running with this herd. That doesn't mean you ignore your own herd. Okay, it just means that you perhaps moderate the amount of exposure that you give yourself to them because you understand the detrimental impacts of that exposure. And you start to realize that if I really want to, get somewhere in life, I have to put a level of value on me so that I come first. And rather than me valuing the opinion of my family above my own, or me valuing the opinion of my social set above my own, okay, and me validating their expectations, that's called co-dynamics or codependent behavior. Okay, I'm going to self-respect, I'm going to self-love, I'm going to self-initiate, I'm going to do what's best for me. And by the way, that is threatening as fuck to codependents, especially those herds that you're wanting to leave, and probably threatening as fuck to you because I don't want to lose you. You're not going to lose them. But when you start running with a new herd, you start going, fuck, these guys warm me up. These guys actually make me feel good. And it's not a piss pool anymore because we're not pissing in each other's pockets. We're holding each other to a high standard. And that feels fucking good because these people make me follow through on my commitment. That feels good because every time I follow through on a commitment, I feel better about myself. And that feels good. And I start to value myself and I start to see myself for who I am, not for how they saw me. And that feels fucking good, man. Who knows what I'm talking about? Who wants to taste this? You're here now. Okay, this is already part of your new herd. What you do from here is up to you, but you need to understand a few concepts.